talking about a lot of keywords which are basically followed by noun and pronoun, and they basically shows the relationship of noun and pronoun with the rest of the. Okay, and Hindi, there are many kind of postpositions. In the previous class, when we started with the postposition, we covered several of them. Okay, we covered postposition called ne. Okay, we covered ko. Okay, we also covered se, uh, ke liye, ke liye. Okay, then we covered ka, ke, and ki. Okay, and then we covered may, and then pay and per. Several of them. Okay, and then all of them are used in different situations. Okay, so last class was kind of a quick summary of how to use them and when to use them. So if you recall, ne is used especially if you're using transitive verb in Hindi in the past tense. Ko is like when you are trying to, whenever there's a notion of two, when someone is giving, okay, that's when you can use ko as well. Say it's to kind of show the notion of from. I am from India, मैं India से हूँ. Okay, के लिए, for. Okay, if you're doing something for someone, it's for. Okay, मैंने आपके लिए चाय बनाई, I made a tea for you. Okay, यह class आपके लिए है, this class is for you. Okay, or this laptop is for you, यह laptop आपके लिए है. Similarly, ka, ke, and ki to show the possession. Okay, mera ladka, my boy. Okay, aapka laptop, your laptop, or your phone, like something that belongs to you. Okay, may. If you recall, like in, like there's a notion of in may, right? Delhi में, मैं Delhi में हूँ, I'm in Delhi. Okay, मैं Washington DC में हूँ, I'm in Washington DC. Okay. Similarly, pay and per to show the notion of on. Okay, pay, okay, or paid पे बंदर है. Okay, or desk पे laptop है. Laptop is on the desk, so that's the notion of on. Okay, so that's pretty much for the majority of postposition. These are the ones that we covered in the previous class. In this class, we'll make it a little bit challenging and we'll just do a lot of exercises in all of them. Okay. Don't worry if you are unable to guess some of the answer. That's by design. So we will cover them. Okay. Let me know if there are any questions or if something is not clear, and we'll certainly take a pause and go over the rest of the stuff. So with that being in mind, I'm going to start with our first pattern. Okay. So we'll do patterns in this class. So the first pattern I have is, and this is basically Ron okay, so I'm not going to say anything here. What I'm trying to describe here, that Ron's daughter, she lives in Sweden. Okay, and I left two blanks here so that you can tell me what are the appropriate postpositions that needs to be placed here and here. Number 1 and number 2. Ron, लड़की स्वीडन रहती है, and रहना is to live. So let me go over quickly to see if you are able to. Okay, let's see more answers. And as you're watching the class, feel free to share it with other people, if they are interested in that too. Okay, so I'm getting answers here. Liz, what do you think? Ron, लड़की स्वीडन रहती है. Okay, so you guessed it right. The first one will be, the second one, as you, some of you are saying, it's May. Sweden में रहती है. In Sweden. Okay, what about the first one? Take a guess. लड़की is, in this case, we are referring as a daughter, and feminine singular. Give it a try. Very good, right? So as you rightly pointed out, it would be Ron की लड़की. Okay, Ron की लड़की स्वीडन में रहती है. Absolutely right. What if I make it a little bit interesting? And even if I had, like, even if I had, like, in this case, let's say लड़का. Okay, so it wouldn't be that difficult. Ron, let's say the question was Ron and then fill in the blank लड़का स्वीडन में रहता है. Because this is masculine singular, you will say Ron का लड़का. Okay, Ron का लड़का स्वीडन में रहता है. Good job. So that was our pattern one, right? So in pattern one, you saw the relationship between Ron and his son, Ron ka ladka. And then the second one is basically there you saw if someone is staying at some place, Sweden mein rehta hai. Okay, that's pattern one. Let's start with pattern two. As we go over them, the things will get a little bit more complicated, and you will have more and more confusion about which one to use. Okay, which is fine. The second one is still continuation of that. Ron की लड़की स्वीडन में रहती है, and then वह रोज वह रोज 9 बजे 5 बजे काम करती है. Okay, again I left two blanks here. वह रोज 9 बजे, first one, and then 5 बजे काम करती है. She works every day from 9 a.m. in the morning till 5 p.m. in the evening. So, okay. So I'm gonna quickly, because I got an input, I'm gonna quickly, unmute Liz to tell me what the answer you think would be.
Hello. Nobody say punch buddy talk.
Very good. Why do you think it's the first one is say and the second one is tuck?
Meaning from nobody.
Okay. From 9 baje. That's very good. And then
And then until punch buddy.
very good. Awesome. Thank you so much. So from 9 until 5 p.m. That's why 9 baje se 5 baje tak. All right. So we'll keep going. Now let's go over the pattern number 3. So as you saw in pattern number 2, whenever we are starting something from a particular time till some point, you will use this scenario, say and tuck. Okay. The next one I have is again continuation of the same sentence. That Ron's daughter, she lives in Sweden and she works from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. And then I have okay. So essentially, I'm gonna write it, but it's I'm talking about again Ron's daughter. Okay, so what would be the post position here? What will be the post position here? Okay, very good. So I'm getting some answers on the Facebook Live. I'm gonna in this case unmute Agnes. So let me just give me 1 minute and I'm gonna unmute her. Okay, Agnes, what do you think the post position will be in this case?
उसका नाम मिया है.
Okay, so
Her name is Mia
okay, you're saying in this case it would be uska naam Mia hai. Why uska?
because it goes with Nam.
Okay,
So
and
it's her name is, so
her
it's
name.
an yeah.
Okay, so it's why not vah?
Because it's, I don't know how to explain.
The name belongs to her. It's a possession, right? So it's
Yeah,
nothing but vah plus ka.
Raska. Yeah.
Okay, vah in Hindi it could be he or she or it. Okay, and then vah plus ka is nothing but uska. Awesome. So you can tell uska naam Mia hai. Okay, so it goes to the same principle when you say mera naam Ashu hai, aapka naam Agnes hai, unka naam, or uska naam Liz hai. Okay, so again, that's why whenever you're using it with any possession, you know that it's a there will be use of ka or ki or k. Okay, so awesome. We'll keep going. So I'm going to unmute you again. Right, so we'll start with pattern 4. So in this case, I'm going to ask now the folks on watching it on the Facebook live. Okay, and it will get a little bit interesting. So it will be, and this is a very important pattern, right? Mike, Roger, अपना laptop दिया. Okay. So before I give too many hints, let me see if you can, just by reading the sentence, if you can figure it out. And this is for folks watching it live on the Facebook. Mike, and then there's a blank. Roger, apna laptop diya. I'm trying to say Mike gave his laptop to Roger. Try it one more time, Yilan. Mike gave his laptop to Roger. So if you think about it this way. Dena is to give. Okay, it's a transitive verb, and diya is sort of like the past form of dena. Now let's see if you can take a guess. Okay, so you're right, Iran here. Um, so the first one is again Mike ने. Okay, Roger को अपना laptop दिया. This one is a bit difficult because both of the post position can be tricky. Okay, but think about it this way. I'm trying to say that Mike gave his laptop to Roger. Okay, and I can tell in both Hindi and English, like that I'm trying to convey that like at some point of time, probably Mike gave his laptop to Roger, and I'm saying here Dia, which is the past form of Dena. Dena is to give. Okay, and I know that it's a transitive verb because I'm giving some object to someone. Okay, so that's why Mike ne diya or Mike ne laptop diya. Okay, and then you can ask like Mike ne laptop kisko diya, who received it. Okay, then you can say Roger ko apna laptop diya, Roger received it. Okay, and again, if you recall from the last class, if someone is giving it to something and whoever is receiving it, there will be a post position called ko. So that's our pattern number 4. Okay, um, now I'll start with the next one, which is pattern 5. And again, this again question is for folks watching it live on Facebook. Okay, and this is like Roger got the laptop and he placed it on a table. Okay, Roger placed the laptop on a table. So again, let's see if you guys can deconstruct it and figure out what the answers would be. Anyone can participate, okay? I'm just gonna look at all the answers. So think about it, what these answers will be. Okay, very good. Let's see, folks, on the anybody else? Elan, thanks so much for participating. Let's see if we have other people. Ria, what do you think answers will be? Roger placed the laptop on a table. Okay, awesome, right? So you can tell, right? I mean, the answer is correct. Roger placed the laptop on the table. So this one is straightforward. On the table, table, pay or per. You can use either of them, pay or per. Okay, table per rakha. In English, you can say on the table, but again, as I reiterated, in Hindi it will be post position. So table pay or table per rakha. Again, रखा it's a transitive verb, right? मैंने खाना फ्रिज में रखा. I put the food in the fridge. Okay, and again, रखना is basically the transitive verb, and the past form of that is रखा. Okay, so then it would be Roger ने laptop table पे रखा. Thank you so much. Even this one was a bit challenging. Okay, so let's keep going, and then we'll do new pattern. So this one is pattern 6. And all right, so okay, so आज Sarah दांत दर्द हो रहा है. Okay, so I'm trying to say Sarah is having a pain in, she's having a toothache. So दांत is nothing but a tooth. Sarah is having a toothache, and Mike, Sarah, medicine ला रहा है. Okay, Sarah is having a toothache today, and Mike is getting medicine for Sarah. Okay, so let's see if you can figure it out. So there are 3 post positions that needs to be answered here. First one, second one, and then the third one. Okay. Okay. So just to repeat it again, I'm trying to convey that today Sarah is having a toothache. Mike is getting medicine for Sarah. Okay, so there is a notion of for here. Okay, and similarly, I'm trying to say the tooth in the sentence really belongs to Sarah. So think about which position will be used here, and pain in the I'm not gonna go more than that. Okay, so in this case, in the tooth. So I think for most of you, you got one or the other one. I mean, there are 3 post position. Okay, I mean, so some of them can be like really how you're saying the sentence, right? I'm trying to say Mike is getting medicine for Sarah. Okay, for Sarah. So whenever I want to use it, like in the notion, there's a for, then it will be KLA. Okay, के लिए, Sarah के लिए, for Sarah. Okay, Mike is getting medicine for Sarah. Some of you have you used की, Mike Sarah की medicine ला रहा है. I mean, in certain scenarios, it may be right. Like, Mike is getting Sarah's medicine. If the medicine really belongs to her, a particular medicine, you can say that it's a Sarah's medicine. Yes, Sarah की medicine hai. But in this case, as I mentioned, I wanted to say Mike is getting the medicine for Sarah. So that's why Sarah came here. Okay. Um, and here I wanted to show the relationship. Like, Sarah, you know, Sarah, again, here is Sarah. If you just want to say this part, it will be Sarah ka daant. Okay, Sarah's tooth. Okay. But where you have another post position, Sarah ke daant mein, right? This becomes Sarah ke. Okay, Sarah के दांत में दर्द हो रहा है. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Uh, I meant to say, in the tooth. Okay, Sarah के दांत में दर्द हो रहा है. Sometimes, if you're simply saying, sometimes you can omit it. And in the past, this has often has, caused confusion among the students. I can say, आज मेरा सिर दर्द हो रहा है. Okay, आज मेरा सिर दर्द हो रहा है. And I've completely omitted this may in this situation. And it's completely fine. It's not there, but it's implied. Okay. आज सरा का सिर दर्द हो रहा है. And you can see that, even in that case, I omitted a may. और आज सरा का दांत दर्द हो रहा है. Okay. You can say that, but, note that there is a, may in the sentence. Okay. Let's keep going. It'll be pattern number 7. So let me know if there are any questions and if it is still unclear. So the next one, as I mentioned, will be, okay, so this one should be straightforward. John, Mary, gift, Dia. Okay, John gave a gift to Mary, and then okay, John bought a gift for Mary in the second one. Okay, let's see if you guys can deconstruct this. First one is John gave a gift to Mary. Second one is John purchased a gift for Mary. Let me see in this case if I can unmute, uh, Liz, you want to go over it? Let me just unmute you.
Yes. So for the first one, it's past tense. So John May, and then Mary Kaylee gift Dia.
Okay, now try it one more time. Dia, it's a. I want to say John bought a gift for Mary or to Mary. John gave a gift to. I mean, think about it. Like Mary is receiving the gift. So whenever there's a notion of someone is receiving it.
So is it co?
Very good, right? So first one is right. John ne, right? John ne Mary gift diya. Okay. The second one, think about it. Now read it again. In this case, you may be right. Try it again. The second one. John, Mary, gift kharida. So John bought a gift for Mary.
So it's the same John May because it's past tense.
Okay, and then?
And then I'm confused about Kaylee and co.
She's not receiving it. He bought it for her.
So Kaylee.
Very good, right? So John ने Mary के लिए gift खरीदा. Awesome. So let's keep going. So I hope this is clear. John ने मेरी को gift दिया. I really wanted to write this sentence first and this one second, so that the sequence is clear. But read it this way: John ने मेरी के लिए gift खरीदा, and then um, you can say John ने मेरी को gift दिया, or you can say उसने मेरी को gift दिया. Okay, that would be even more interesting if I were to completely remove this part and ask you to tell me what the pronoun and postposition will be. Okay, so let's keep going. In this case, now will be pattern number 8. And now let me ask you this way. What if I were to give you a different kind of exercise? Mom cooked lunch or food, you can use also, for the kids. So slightly difficult or different exercise, but you have to translate that into Hindi. How do you say that? That a mom, she cooked food for the kids. Good to see all the participation on the Facebook. Shireen, welcome. Okay, so in this case, let me. Very good. So, Ilan, your sentence is absolutely correct. Let me unmute in this case Agnes, and Agnes, maybe you can tell us how do you say this thing in Hindi? Mom cook lunch for the kid.
Ma,
Uh-huh.
it will be ma plus ne because it's in past.
Okay, so you're
So
saying
it's
ma is
ma ne.
Mhm.
Then we place for the kids, so bache ke liye.
Okay, it's a plural here, so then it would be
Ba... bache, no?
okay. So let's see, bacche, and then you're saying ke liye.
Ke liye. Kana for food.
Mhm.
And to prepare food is banana. So it
Very good.
in past tense it's banata.
So in the past it would be
Banaya, banaya, banaya.
awesome, awesome. So you're saying माँ ने बच्चे के लिए खाना बनाया. Okay. So the sentence is correct, but it's in this case you're using plural. Okay. If you're saying only for one kid, then your sentence is absolutely correct. बच्चे के लिए.
So it's
Remember,
bacho.
right? लड़का and then लड़के के लिए. Okay. And the oblique case of plural लड़के would be.
Yeah. Bacho, no?
Very good, right? So it would be bachcho. Awesome. So the oblique case, as you rightly pointed out, like for ladke becomes ladko. So now you're saying माँ ने बच्चों के लिए खाना बनाया. Awesome. So I hope this is clear for to everyone. So think about it this way: the way Anya's thought about this answer is like mom cooked. Okay, mom cooked the food, and it's a past sentence written in the past tense. Okay, and to cook is nothing but pakana, you can say, or to make is banana, which is a generic word also, banana. Okay, in the past tense it would be banaya. Okay, for khana, masculine, right? So then you can say माँ ने खाना बनाया. Simple. माँ ने खाना बनाया. The following question can be किसके लिए? For who? Then the answer would be, if it is one kid, it's बच्चे के लिए. Okay. If there are multiple kids, then you're using the oblique case of one kid is बच्चा, plural is बच्चे. Okay. But because you're using the plural, then you will end up using the oblique case, and that would be बच्चों के लिए. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Let me know if there's any questions, and then we can dissect that more. So now let's go to the pattern number 9. Okay, and this one is, okay, so let me ask again this way. I called you. I called you. Um, I called you, or I made a phone call to you. Let me see it this way. I called you yesterday. Let's see if you guys can, any of you can figure it out how to translate that using the right post position. Okay, so on the earlier one, the question is why not banaye? Because it's a female cooking, not the male. Interesting, right? I mean, so Carolina, if you remember, in the past tense, it's the object that decides the the how the verb is conjugated. And because it's khana, which is considered masculine, it's khana banaya. Okay, if it is ice cream, then it will be banai. Okay, if it is rice pudding, then it will be rice pudding banai. Okay, or if it is lassi, then it's banai. Very good question, actually. And as you do more and more exercises, all of a sudden you are challenged to to kind of figure out what's the right conjugation. Very good, right? So I think Ria also mentioned the same thing. So in this one, I called you yesterday. Elan is saying, okay, awesome. So she's saying kal. So she's saying kal मैंने आपको phone call or call किया. And that's absolutely correct, right? Because kal is nothing but yesterday, and you can tell it's a sentence written in the past tense. Okay, I called you. So she or whoever they received it, right? And I called you. To call is again, it's a transitive verb. Okay, and the verb she's using it is because there is no direct verb for to call. She's saying call karna, which is a very interesting way to say that, call karna. Okay. Um, so she's saying, karna becomes kiya, right? So kal maine, and then to you, आपको आपको कॉल किया. Okay, कल मैंने आपको कॉल किया, which is absolutely correct. Okay, so let's move on. We'll do the next one, pattern number 10. Okay, so in this one you can memorize this pattern. Whenever you see this kind of scenario, it will be it will make it a little bit more challenging. Apple पसंद है. Okay, I want to say she likes apples. Okay, so let me just take a quick pause here and see if you can figure it out. She likes apple. It's a very simple one. So hopefully folks should be able to figure it out. Okay, so Shirin, she's saying, let me see if other people can give an answer before Okay, interesting. So Sowa and Elan, why do you say it's vah? Why do you think it should be vah? I mean, that's she is vah, but you're using a post position also with vah. Okay. And Ivan, you are saying unko. Okay. Ivan is saying unko, and Sova is saying vah. Let me see if what other answer we're getting here. And in this case, I'm going to pick only the incorrect answer so that way we can learn from that. Okay. Elan is saying unhe, which is nothing but unko in a different way. So now let's look at why, why they are. Let's look at all of them. So the way this sentence translates, or this pattern translates in Hindi, it's to me, apple or anything is liked or is pleasing. Okay. So whenever there's a notion of to me, okay, your me is, or in this case, I'm saying to her, right? To her, apple is liked or apple is pleasing. Okay. And the way you write she in Hindi is vah. Okay. And whenever you're using vah with to or ko, it would be, as Ria pointed out, it would be usko. Okay, उसको एप्पल पसंद है और मुझको एप्पल पसंद है. Like to me, apple is liked. So whenever there is a notion of that, you can pretty much memorize it that there will be a postposition called ko. Okay, if my subject were they, in Hindi they is nothing but they. Okay, then you can use unko because it's they plus ko, and then your answer like Sova, unko, or sorry, Ivan and uh, uh, Elan. Then you can say unhe apple pasand hai or unko apple pasand hai in case of Ivan. Okay, वह, it's correct. You know, if you're only saying she eats apples, वह apple khati hai. Okay, and then you can say उसको apple pasand hai. Right, because you're showing a relationship between the subject and the object. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next pattern, which is pattern number 11. How are we doing with time? I think we still have enough some time. Um, so let's do this one. Okay, so now you want to say मैं. Okay, I want to say in this case, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. How? Which post position do I need to? Which pronoun and post position do I need to write in 1 and 2? Okay, give it a try one more time. Let's see. This is a tricky one. Okay, so think about it a little bit more, especially the first one. Because in English you will think about मैं. Okay, let's see what answers we're getting here. So I'm getting Sova is saying मैंने आपसे बात करनी है. Carolina, you're saying मैं आपको. Elan, you're saying मैं आपको बात करना चाहती हूँ. Okay. Ria, you're saying मैं आपसे बात करनी है. Okay. Shireen, you are saying मुझे आपसे बात करनी है. Why do you think, Shireen, that would be the case? मुझे आपसे बात करनी है. Can you write down a little bit more detail around it in the meantime? So the first, I mean, you guys are absolutely correct that the second one is say, right? I mean, I want sometimes you can say talk with you, right? I mean, so two with whichever is fine. um, so this one is correct. आपसे बात करनी है. First one is the place where the confusion is. So let's see if Shirin can share any insight. And I can tell you the answer for the first one is मुझको, मुझको और मुझे. मुझे आपसे बात करनी है. This is correct. Okay. Now you tell me why this is okay. Shirin is saying मुझे करनी है. It's because it's basically I that who has to do it, right? So whenever there's a notion of I want or I need, right? Remember, if you remember it in the previous classes when we learned about to want or to need, you will say मुझको help चाहिए or मुझको to me this is needed. Okay. So there's a notion of the way you translate in Hindi would be to me, if you recall, to me or to whichever pronoun you're using, this is needed. This is needed, right? So if you want to say I need help, okay, even though in the sentence you see only I, right, you can say मैं help चाहिए, which is incorrect, right? In Hindi it would be to me help is needed. मुझको help चाहिए और मुझको बनाना चाहिए और मुझको आराम चाहिए. I want rest. Okay, and or मुझको anything, right? I mean phone चाहिए, right? So that's why Shirin is absolutely correct. It would be मुझे आपसे. It's to me the call is needed, or you want to talk to, I want to talk to you, right? So then it would be मुझको आपसे बात करनी है. So there is a notion of want. That's why. Okay. All right. So we still have time for one more pattern. Okay. So I'll finish it after that, and I'll take question after that. Okay. So let's take this one, which is pattern number 12. Okay. So hopefully this will be straightforward. Why don't I just give you the other exercise in this case? So make it a little bit different. So let me write it Devanagari to challenge some of the experienced people and see if you can read it. Actually, okay. Let me write it the complete thing. मैं and then so let me make it a little bit interesting. Okay, so I wrote मैं and then आप and then fill in the blank and then Delhi and then space and I just wrote kurta and then kharida. Okay, let's see without giving any hint if you can dissect it. What I'm trying to say here. Okay, so I'm trying to say that I bought a kurta for you from Delhi. Okay, and I left three post positions for you. Let's see, now you can figure it out. Okay. So Ria, I'm trying to say from Delhi. Okay, so most of you, almost all of you are right in identifying that the first one will be nay, right? And then the way you will write it is here, maine. And I think your thought process is absolutely correct because kharidna is a transitive verb which is used in the past tense, so it becomes kharida. Okay, so maine kharida. And I'm trying to say for you, okay, for you. So, and again here also for the most of you, you are saying ke liye, okay, ke liye. So for most of you, you're saying मैंने आपके लिए, and then the next one is from Delhi, and that's for last one is like from Delhi is Delhi or Delhi से. Okay, मैंने आपके लिए दिल्ली से कुर्ता खरीदा. So you're absolutely right, Liz here, and Ria, I think your answer was absolutely correct as well. So that's it, everyone. Let me see what you guys think here. Like, how was this particular format? So I'll take a quick feedback from folks who are watching live on Facebook to give me a quick like feedback about this pattern, whether you like this one a little bit more or was it challenging, too easy, so that we can kind of factor that into the next class. Because in the previous class we pretty much covered the basics of the post position, and I wanted to keep this one a bit challenging. Okay, so feel free to write down your comments or feedback on the Facebook live, and I'll stop the broadcast here, and I'll take questions on the other side. Thanks so much, guys, for watching it on live. Okay, so I'll basically stop the broadcast here.